Hello everyone and welcome to this video of ZAHNER. This is Sadiq, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to the second interface of Thales software, that is the Thales XT interface. This is a very user-friendly interface and is designed for the users who are new to electrochemistry so that they can easily set up and carry out different electrochemical measurements. Now, having said that, there are some restrictions in this interface. For example, there are some techniques for which you have to go to classic mode. For example, you cannot access your control potentiostat as we did in classic mode, but if you want to do simple measurement like impedance spectroscopy or current voltage curves or cyclic voltammetry, that can be easily done here. Now, if we start from the top, you can decide which field you are working with. So if you are working with the field of batteries, then all the techniques which are related to the batteries will come. Or if you are working in the field of photoelectrochemistry, then all the techniques which are coming with the photoelectrochemistry will come. But in most of the photoelectrochemical techniques, we made this restriction that here the user have to go to the classic mode. Having said that, so let's choose batteries as an example, and then you can further categorize if you want to do AC measurement or DC measurements. So if you want to do DC measurements, for example current voltage measurements, then you can also choose that. And if you want to do AC measurements, you can also choose that, so impedance spectroscopy and so on and so forth. Now I choose here potentiostatic mode. I can give again the lower frequency, the starting frequency, the upper frequency, the step per decades for the lower frequency value and step per decades for higher frequency values, so on and so forth. If the values are good enough, they will be marked in blue. So you can choose if you want to have single sign measurement or multi-sign measurements, and for easiness we will stay with the single sign measurement, and you can define the sweep direction, so up down or down up, whatever you want to have. If potentiostat stays off, you will do the measurement at open circuit voltage, and if you keep it on, then you have to tell at what voltage you want to do your measurement. So I can put 100 M, and then if it is good enough, it will turn blue. And then here you define your amplitude in millivolt. Once you are done, you can just click start and your measurement will start. And now you are looking at the Fourier transforms of the excitation and response signal. I will just skip this measurement to the end so that we save some time. It's done, and now you can click on the save icon to save your measurement. You can here write any comments which you want to have and then click OK, and then you can save wherever you want to save your file. I will not do this for today. So with this way, you can very easily define what kind of measurements you want to have. Now here we have different kind of projects. So for example, in one project you are working with a frequency range where you are going, let's say here, to the upper frequency of 1 megahertz. But in some other project you are working with some other frequency range, and when you are working with different samples you have to always change the frequency range. Well, that's not the case. You can here put more projects. So I just put here a ZAHNER project. You can click on these three dots to make a new project or delete an existing project. So if you go to ZAHNER, you can see here that the values which I set for this ZAHNER project are here. So for my standard project, I had the upper frequency of 1 megahertz. But for this ZAHNER project, I have upper frequency of 10 kilohertz. So you can have different projects where you have different values for your measurements. And if more than one users are working, then you can assign different projects to users. So if more than one user are using the potentiostat, then they don't have to modify the parameters for their measurement. Each of them can have different project, and then they can just go to their project and the values which they used last time would be saved. With this, we came to the end of our video. The Thales XT interface is designed for the easy use of the potentiostat. Although it's user friendly, there are some limitation to its full use, and if you want to really control each and every parameter and you want to look in depth how you are carrying out the measurement, then we always recommend to use the classic mode for this, and that you can do by clicking on this set icon and then switch to classic mode. So with this, I thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video.